Very important when you're letting your poly cure, make sure you put stuff all over it. You know, it holds the heat in on the surface and allows the primer to cure faster. So we're about done letting this cure, and just about time to get back to sanding. So while I was waiting for that to happen, I went ahead and me and Jimmy put this back together. So that's looking good. It should be pretty much all assembled. Do I have anything left? I don't think I have anything left. I think that's it. We just finished putting the trim on, door handles, door panels. I need a new battery. This one didn't survive the body and paint process. Need to clean up the interior. And we should be good to go. Oh, I need to swap out my lug nuts and torque them all down. So yeah, that's, oh, I need a visor. I'm missing something that goes right here. Don't have it back yet. Originally it was going to be metal flake to match. That didn't work out, so now it's going to be the copper, and it'll be just fine. I mean, that's all I can really do. If I don't have a visor, I could always just do some design right here. I could, I don't know, I think I'd have to bring the copper back up to here and run a border around it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get the visor and we're going to put it on. My windshield wiper arms are no good, so, and this is stock vacuum wipers and they don't work anyway, so got some bullet covers on those. And yeah. So basically, that's what's been going on here. All back together-age. Apparently, Angel's going back here to pick me up. Gotta go shopping for a dog that adopted us. More on that later. But for now, I'll just put this camera away. So we've tried to take this Nova out a few times so far this year, and it hasn't worked out. I drove it to work, went to start, thought the battery was dead, replaced the battery. It was still dead. Turns out it's the starter. When the starter gets hot, it doesn't work. It's really close to the header. Starts fine when it's cold. Most of the time, you can tell the starter's still a little weak. I thought it was my connections, so I redid them. Tested the starter, seemed fine. It was cold, obviously. Went to take it to a cruise, drove to the gas station, put gas in it, wouldn't start. So, anyway, we got a new starter, and I'm going to wrap the exhaust with some header wrap and put this starter on here. And by the way, this is like the nicest starter I've ever seen. Must be because it was like $10,000 million. So anyway, I'm gonna get this jacked up and get the old starter out. Here you can see the starters are basically clocked in the same position, so that should be okay. This one definitely sticks out further than that one, which I don't think that's an issue. I think there's tons of room there. So I'll stick it up in there just to be sure, and then I will wrap the header. Good stuff. Well, I forgot to show it, but anyway, I wrapped the two header tubes that were close to it. Got the starter in. All is good. Let it run, let it get hot, shut it off. It started up just fine, so that was definitely the problem. So we're done with that. And it's been really hot here. Mid-90s in the garage. And like 92 outside of the garage. That's my excuse for not sanding on the Chevelle yet anyway. But it's getting to be that time. So, yeah. Let's see, just a second. I'll bring you right back.
So, you know, it's low. I began mighty way back in 94. The bass, my trap, and you know it. But the wife be my girlfriend. Got no wife, but the wife be my girl.
Say hello. Say hello. Turbo. Good boy.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. They're not.
Sneezy Town. So this is our dog, Turbo, formerly known as Scrappy. He was roaming around the neighborhood for a few weeks. And then one day he came into the garage and wouldn't leave. So I took him to the Humane Society and dumped him off. Angel made me. She wasn't even here. But anyway, he had gotten chased by some bigger dogs and his leg was bitten and didn't know if anybody was looking for him, but so I left him there, which was hard because he already decided that I was his. But then we went back and got him 4 days later, so here he is. Very spoiled. Angel, I'm talking about Angel being spoiled.
I am spoiled too.
That was super zoomed in. There, Angel's the spoiled one. Anyway, Angel doesn't want him because she's a cat person. Until we had him for a day. Then she became very attached. And now she's a doggy person. At least this one. So, as you can see, he's pretty exciting. He likes to sleep. We don't know what he is. We got a DNA test coming. He looks like a mini Doberman. They say they guesstimated him to be about 2 years old. But yeah, he's very happy here. So anyway, that's why there's a dog here named Turbo. Angel's staring at me. Anything to add? She's like, nah. Oh yeah, he was also neutered while they had him for the 4 days. And got all his shots and all stuff like that, so he needed to go anyway, and I didn't know if anybody was looking for him, so. But he wasn't chipped, but he is now. Stuff like that. So, back to the Chevelle here. Angel's gonna get going on it right now. Aren't ya? In other news, look at this big crack in my window. It was already chipped on the edge over here. I think from slamming the door, trying to get it to shut with these new weather strips, it cracked. Anyway, this thing was all together, except for I gotta take the door back apart to put a new piece of glass in there. Ready to be cleaned up. Door's getting a little easier to shut. But, yeah. Not that you can see. Well, I guess you kinda can see. But she's all back together. Just waiting on my visor my buddy's supposed to bring today. And apparently this dog here. And also, we have a bit of a concrete problem. We have a square building and not a square pad. So now I have to deal with that. Other than that, and also they didn't put the corners on yet because they ran out of material. They didn't bring enough. They're coming next week to do that. Anywho, you get the idea. 3 cars wide, a Model A and a Model T end to end sideways. I can cram 5 cars in here and have room to work in my garage still. That's the plan there. But yeah, all together, all the trim back on. I'll get it out. I put the visor on if he shows up. Here's the other problem with this not being square. Is the siding overlaps the pad. So basically, your water can't come in. I mean, except for the doors, I guess, but that red chalk line is where it would be to be square. So now the water's gonna come and hit this and go right in where it should be, like that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. I might have to take it back apart. Take this end apart and cut that. Not really sure. I have to take this back piece of side, this lower off, put a form up against the lower whatever it is, rail for the wall, put rebar in it. And anyway, pouring the concrete from the inside. Whatever, it's stupid. I shouldn't have to do it. The guy that did the pad should do it, but apparently he's trying to blame mystery people. Don't know. Turbo! As you can see, we're doing some extreme off-roading nowadays. And we're having races also. And we have a dog that's allergic to something, but we don't know what yet.
Going to the Cal Cruise and in the shoebox with Sans visor.
Huh?
It said Sans visor, which means without. Oh no, you put it on. That's funny. I didn't even notice. Just kidding. With the visor. I did not even notice.
I noticed that you didn't notice.
That's some funny trick. Guys, it's kind of hot. Ooh, here's kind of nice. 85 right now. Which for some of y'all is not that hot, but for us it is. Just saying. Oh, it's the Lincoln, yeah. That was a little
Still better than
anything I got.
Yeah, it's still more than my car can do.
He's chained off, too.
Yeah, that means he 3 wheels. I think. I have no idea. I don't know anything about hydraulics.
I just know they're cool.
But now if you have a chain bridge, it locks it up so you can 3 wheel. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's so funny how everybody loves hydraulics. Everybody loves them. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but I'll be the guy that's hopping and bust my ball joint.
Right, wheel falls off, you're stranded. And they all say that's part of the deal.
Oh, it is. I'm good with it. Fuck it. I want it.
It's hot as balls.
We got ice cream. Actually a really good idea.
Yeah.
Like to bring your ice cream truck here.
Right.
I think he's playing Christmas music though. So it sounded like.
And we're back. First successful cruise. The hood tried to pop open a couple times, but I just need to adjust that latch or lube it up. The visor being not cleared doesn't really bother me. Might just stay like that for now because it's been way too hot to paint. And yeah, I feel like it's finally done and finally good to go. So pretty cool.